relationship, that resetting the standard. Because this channel is focused on relationship matters. So when we talk about relationship, we are not talking about just mere acquaintances. We are talking about not just attraction, not just share space. It's all about mutual consenting relationship, meaningful and sustained communication, geared between two or more people, geared towards a purpose. Every relationship has purpose, has objective. They say, what's your relationship? When you meet somebody, what's the relationship between me and you? What's the relationship between you and that person? What's the relationship within that group? That what are the things? What are the unifying factors binding you together? What are the values you share in common? So what are the core parameters in a relationship? The first one is mutual commitment. Like I said earlier, you have goals, you have objectives. What are the things that have brought two or more of you together? So, and you should have some level of commitment to that. So, and this ones must be intentional. Then we have emotional connection. That is your feelings. There must be some mutuality in your feelings for one another and for the goals and objectives you have set out to achieve. There must be trust and safety, because you cannot be in a relationship with somebody you don't trust, somebody you don't feel safe with. Then that relationship cannot become a relationship. It just have to be mere acquaintances. Just say good morning, how are you? And that's it. So there has to be consistency. In those things you believe in, those things you are working at, there has to be consistency. Not we agree, we are committed today, you're not committed tomorrow. Not that we value this today, we don't value it tomorrow. There has to be consistency in those values that you share. Then you have to be, the shared values and goals have to be at a reasonable degree. There has to be minimal standard. That's why I always remember the song by The Kool and the Gang, say, cherish the love we share, cherish the life we live, cherish the things we hold dear together. So those things. Then there has to be reciprocity. Only one person cannot maintain a relationship. It has to be mutual. It has to be consensual. It has to be give and take. Everybody has to have something to contribute to nurture the relationship. So what are different types of relationship? I've said the base for relationship, and every one of us is involved in one or more of these relationships. So please subscribe to my channel. Subscription is free, as you know. Just tap on that subscription button. Then share your comments, because life is a school. We learn. I'm a professional educator by God Grant and professional guidance counselor. So we learn. I'm always ready to learn. So please share your comments, either in this session or go to my channel, Nisinuga Reflection, and on the main videos there, share your comments so that I want to learn from you. I want to know more. Nobody knows everything. We are all learning. So we have romantic relationship, which is what people always focus on when talking about relationship. They think mainly about the romantic. That is between man and woman, between a man and a lady looking towards marriage and towards love affair. And this one is often with intimacy. And the characteristics, we have emotional vulnerability, we have physical attraction, then we have exclusive commitment to one another. That is, say, if it's my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my friends, there is that boundary set. Then we have exclusive commitment to one another. We're talking about romantic relationship now. They have shared future plans, which they plan together. Then we have high emotional interdependency. So they share so much. Then we have marital relationship. That is for those who are already married now, husband and wife, fathers and mothers. In a home, we have marital relationship. These are legally, socially recognized union. Socially and legally, that is, both are already known to have gotten married either through the traditional way as we have in Nigeria. We have what's called the engagement, which is a traditional wedding. Then we have the legal one, which you go to the registry. Then we have the one they go to the church for the pastoral blessing, or the fast to do what's called nikah. So the characteristics of the marital relationship, we have the legal commitment, we have the long-term orientation, that is, married for now, married for life until eternity. Yes, the death do us part. So that is the long-term orientation. Then we have the financial partnership, because we're building a home together. A tree cannot make it. Yes, the man is rich, the man is wealthy, whatever the man is doing, the woman help to manage the money. If the woman is not a spendthrift, if the man brings millions can be squandered in a danger of being spent or invested according to the well-being of the home. So many things to spend money on. So there has to be that mutual understanding and financial partnership, how to maintain the finances available to the family, to the home, for the well-being of the home, so that the home can. Then we have family building. We're building a family because husband and wife, now the children come, we now have a family. So that is part of them. We have conflicts management, because there will be some measure of misunderstanding along the line, how you manage it. Then we have general what called friendship. Is my friend. That is, you have mutual understanding. You like each other. You like each other's set of values, each other's way and manner of thinking, attendance to details and principles and philosophies of life. You share so many things in common. Then you friends. We have friends at work, friends in the community, but we share so much in common. We're always ready to watch each other's back and to assist each other when the need arises. So in this case, with the characteristics of this friendship relationship, we have loyalty, we have shared activities, we have emotional support. Then we have low obligation compared to marriage, because the loyalty you share with your friend cannot be synonymous with that you share with your spouse, with your husband or wife. So that you share with your spouse at the highest degree, apart from what you share with your God. So, and the friendship also is more flexible than that of marital relationship. Then we have family relationship. That we talk about the nuclear family, we talk about the extended family. So in this case, that's a relationship between you, your cousins, your uncles, your aunties, and so on. Then your in-laws. So in this case, these are relationships by blood, by adoption, or by marriage base. The marriage base is what you call the in-laws. Then by adoption, then by blood, which are your cousins and so on. Your cousins, your aunties, and your other siblings. So what are the characteristics in this one? We have some strong obligation towards one another. Say that is blood is thicker than water, is my blood. Then we have shared history, because you have the same roots. Then we have identity formation that help to influence our thinking and our actions. Then we have long-term interconnectivity, because we are brothers for life. So if you watch Fast and Furious, you know what Dom, that Vin Diesel always hype about, and which people have known him for, is that you don't play with family matters. Family relationship, he doesn't play with it at all. He has his own family, which is very, very strong. The relationship with his friend, with his colleague, which is also very, very strong. So you don't play with that. So at least you can understand that better. Then we have professional relationship. That is concerning our career, the work. This is work-based and professional-based, which is goal-driven majorly. It's also performance-based, because at least when you say you are professional colleagues, professional friends, then you are working to help each other become better in your various professions. And there are boundaries set anyway. and we have very formal communication. Your communication majorly and most of the time based on business, based on your profession, based on what you do. So what are the major factors that define good relationship? Number one is trust. Trust. If there is no trust, then that relationship will not be able to stand. Hello, thank you for reflecting with me. Then we have trust. So without trust, insecurity will grow and relationship cannot stand. Then we have respect. There has to be mutual respect. You respect me, I respect my view, respect my boundary, respect your boundaries. So there has to be mutual respect for relationship to thrive. Then you have to have good communication, clear communication, honest communication, and timely expression of your views, of your standard, and of your values. Your likes and your dislikes, they have to be timely presented so that we don't offend one another. Then we have to be emotional safety. You have to respect my emotions. You don't toy with what I value, what pains me, what I cherish. You don't just toy with it. That you are abusing my emotion, and the same thing I should do the same thing for you. So then we have shared values. Yes, that's why the Bible says, can two work together except they agree? There has to be some values to share. A thief and a very principled person in righteousness cannot have a good relationship. A wayward person and a morally chaste person cannot have good relationship. That's why I say the dog and the sheep cannot maintain a good relationship, because the dog, at least the local dog, they eat anything, they behave anyhow, but the sheep is more gentle. That's why they say the sheep that learns to walk with the wolves will learn to howl. And the sheep that learns to sleep with the dogs can get up with fleas. And the sheep that walks around with the dog will learn to eat phases. So we have to have shared values, especially about money, faith, children, and lifestyle. Then conflict resolution skills also have to be put in place. So what are some of the factors that can sustain a good relationship? Number one is consistent effort. Effort must be made to maintain that relationship. Please remember to give thumbs up, to share your comments, and to subscribe to my channel. Subscription is free. Just click on the subscription button, and that's it. We continue to share. So anytime a new video is released, you'll be forced to know. So you have to consider for there to be the ability and readiness to forgive errors and mistakes and shortcomings of your partners in this relationship. Then you have to learn to grow together. Share your knowledge with me, share your experience with me, I share my experience with you. That was how can we be related when you are growing, you are flying, and I'm still crawling? Say, show me now, show me, teach me, guide me. Share with me some of the tricks, some of the principles that you have been applying and it's been working for you. In relationship, they grow together. So then let's appreciate one another. Appreciation boosts morale and morale and effort and attitude. So learn to appreciate, no matter how small gesture or effort your partner or members of your group are doing, learn to appreciate their effort. So gratitude should be expressed regularly and appreciably, not just for frivolities anyway. So healthy boundaries have to be set. So that's why Yoruba say Iwajo Alonje Orejo. That is when we understand one another, we know my boundary, then our relationship can thrive. So you have to learn to set boundaries. Then you have to learn to be adaptable. Because we are human beings, life is dynamic. You have to learn to be adaptable. So when there are changes and I communicate with you, maybe we believe this before, but due to some development, I've decided to operate this way, and I explain the modalities to you before you try to reason with me. And if you do the same, I try to reason with you. That is life. So what are factors that are inimical to a good relationship? Number one is dishonesty. Even small lies can destroy so much. That's why the Bible says righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach, a small lie. And the Bible says a man that is known with wisdom, when he plays with small foolishness, he can destroy everything he has achieved over the years. And that's why the Bible also says that the death of a fly in the perfume of an apothecary can spoil the aroma of that perfume. So dishonesty should be avoided. Disrespect must be avoided. That's why they say respect begets respect. Respect is reciprocal. And in Yoruba land, we say, ọ̀wọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ lára ń fẹ́. That is, the body appreciates little forms of respect. That's a ọmọdé gbọ́n àgbà gbọ́n la fi dá ilé. That is, children also deserve. That's why even the law of United Nations talk about fundamental human rights of children. So children also deserves to be given some measure of respect. You can't say because they are children, they have life and they have a glowing future. So respect. So disrespect can spoil a relationship. So if you want, whether in your family, as a parent, if you don't respect your children, well, you are playing with something that is very, 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 very negative. Emotional neglect. And that reminds me the story of one little girl that I saw between 2 and 3 years old. Auntie was just asking her, why are you crying? She said, I'm crying because I want to get married. She said, why do you want to get married? She said, I want to get married because I need someone to share my emotion, my feelings with me. That means that child has been suffering emotional neglect in her home. Her parents and siblings have neglected her, left her in her own world. And she knows that you cannot leave this world without sharing your feelings and your emotional neglect. Ignoring people's feelings consistently can be a problem. Then poor communication. I'm not clairvoyant, you are not clairvoyant. So the only thing that I can know what to do, how to manage the situation is for you to express, for me to explain myself. Then there'll be better understanding. Unresolved conflict. So there has to be conflict, but if conflict is not resolved, then it will be accumulating. It becomes an undercurrent that can spoil so many things. Then value mismatch. If our values are direct opposites of each other, then there will be serious conflict. That will be unresolved conflict, unresolvable conflict. So the value mismatch can cause, but then control and manipulation, which is what I talked about earlier on my live stream about the adults that are trying to manipulate the youths of the land. So control and manipulation create power imbalance, and that can create a lot. Then lack of accountability, which is also part of what I explained. So everyone, whatever assignment role you are given, you should be able to, when they ask you, how do you spend, what do you do, you should be able to explain. Not say, why should you be asking me that question? Who are you? What right have you? You don't do that. Humility is also part of it. If you are not humble, if you are proud, you are arrogant. Then, so a relationship is divine, not just by how we start, but how you handle the pressures that come up within, and how you resolve conflict, and how you grow through changes. So once again, thank you for reflecting with me on Mr. Nuga Reflections. Please give thumbs up, share your comments accordingly, and subscribe if you have not subscribed. Thank you once again, and God bless you.